everyone. My name is Kekocha Ozioma Victoria, aka Ozi One Life. I talk about social and personal issues that affect our everyday life. And on today's video, still on the topic intentionality, I will be talking about some steps on how to be an intentional person. Oh yes, that's what I'll be talking about today. So this is Intentionality episode 2. So like I said in my previous video, being intentional is all about being purposeful. It's all about knowing what you want to get out of life. It's all about being conscious of the things that you do, living your life in a way that you are not following the crowd. You do things because you want to do them, not because other people are doing it, not because your friends or your associates are doing it, your relatives are doing it, your siblings are doing it. You are doing it because I want to do it. That's why you are doing anything that you are doing. So let's take some steps on how to be an intentional person. So steps on being an intentional person. For you to be an intentional person, number one, you have to sit down and make a decision that I want to be intentional about my life. Yes, you have to sit down and decide in your heart that I want to be intentional about my life. I want to be intentional about every single thing I do, every single step I take, every move I make. I have to be intentional about the things that I eat, the things that I drink, where I go to, the friends that I keep, the kind of investments I make, the kind of business I venture into. I have to be intentional about my career so I can go forward. You have to sit down and make it as a decision. There is one thing about making a decision. Whenever you sit down and you make a decision, you become more conscious of that issue that you have made the decision about. Yes, you become more conscious about it. You don't just do it spontaneously. Now you are conscious about it. So that's what intentionality is about. Intentionality is about being conscious of what you do. So for you to be an intentional person, you have to sit down and decide that I want to be purposeful. I want to be intentional. And secondly, you have to sit down and ask yourself serious-minded questions. A lot of people don't ask themselves questions before they do things. A lot of people hardly sit down to even have a monologue, to have a discussion with yourself. Yes, you don't only have discussions with other people. You can have a discussion with yourself. Exactly. You sit down and you ask yourself questions and you answer yourself. When you sit down and you ask yourself serious-minded questions, let's take, for example, you want to make an investment in a business. You want to invest in a business. You sit down and you ask yourself, this business I want to venture into, what do I stand to gain? What is the profits like? The profit margin, is it very high? What are the losses? Which kind of risks am I going to take? Is it too costly for me? Is it too expensive? Is it something that if I do it, I will, even if it doesn't work the way I wanted it to go, I'm not going to be so destabilized financially? You have to sit down and ask yourself serious-minded questions before you do anything that you want to do. Or you have some friends, there comes a time you have to sit down and ask yourself, this my friends, of what value are they in my life? What are they even adding to my life? Am I gaining anything? Are they whenever I'm with them, do I get more happier or do I become more downcasted? So you have to sit down and ask yourself serious-minded questions about every issue that concerns your life. Every issue of your life, you have to sit down and ask yourself a serious-minded question if you want to be intentional in that area of your life. And thirdly, for you to be an intentional person, you have to learn. You have to learn the act of being focused and disciplined. One of the things I've come to discover in life, that there are some things that don't come naturally. You just have to learn the act. You have to continue learning it every day on how to be good in that aspect. And you see, things like focus, things like discipline, things like consistency, they don't come naturally. Yes, a lot of people, the higher percentage of the population, it doesn't come naturally to people. So you have to learn the act of being disciplined. You have to learn the act of being focused, because intentionality will bet goals. When you decide to become intentional about your life, it will bet goals, things that you want to achieve. It will bet goals for you. So in order for you to achieve the your goals, to achieve your decisions, you have to learn how to be focused and disciplined in anything that you have set your mind to do. And there's one thing I love about being intentional about your life, being purposeful about the things you do. It will help you to be accountable. Exactly, it will help you to be accountable to yourself and to be responsible. You will not be in the blame party. You will not be looking for who to push blames to, even when things don't work out the way you want it to work out. So even when things don't work out the way you wanted them to work out, you will not go back and re-strategize. You will not look for who to blame. That is one thing that intentionality will do for you. Intentionality will also help you to be authentic. Yes, you will live your true life, your true self. You will be your true self because you are not following the crowd. You are not pushed by what people are doing. Anything you are doing is your decision, is your decision, is your desire. That's what you are doing. So it's going to help you to be more authentic, to be your true self. It will help you not to be be in the blame game, to push blames. It will help you to be accountable and be responsible for whatever that you do. If you've got value from this video, you can do well to like it, drop a comment, and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at One Life. Yes, please click the subscribe button so you can see my videos whenever I drop a video. Thank you. Bye.